Once upon a time, on a bright sunny day, Aurora was born. She had 2 wonderful parents and 3 aunts, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. One day, her parents decided that she should be placed in the custody of her aunts. 16 years have passed, and Aurora is now in high school, with today being her birthday. "There's the birthday girl," exclaimed Fauna as Aurora walked into the kitchen where she was greeted by her aunt and her boyfriend Philip. "Happy birthday," yelled Philip as he engulfed her into a hug. "I cannot believe that you're finally 16. You can drive now." "Well, I made my license, but I don't have a car yet," replied Aurora, laughing. "I have a gift for you," exclaimed Philip. "Here, open it." "My first gift," said Aurora. She opens the gift, and it's a box full of photos and mementos. "I love it, thank you." "Wait, here's another gift," said Philip. Philip hands Aurora her second birthday present. Aurora is given a necklace with the initial P. "It's beautiful, Philip. I love it, thank you." "I'm glad you like it. Here, let me help you put it on," said Philip. Fauna said, "Wait, Aurora, we have your third gift outside." Aurora looks at Philip with a confused look on her face as she wonders what her aunts have gotten her for her birthday. They follow the aunts outside to discover a brand new car with a big red bow. "Is this for me? You guys shouldn't have. I love it, thank you," said Aurora as she runs to her aunts and hugs all 3 of them. "You're welcome, darling. We wanted to make this birthday special for you," said Flora. "Please be careful when you drive it," said Merryweather. "I will be, I promise," replied Aurora.
Aurora drove her new car to lunch with Philip. Once they were seated and given menus, Philip told Aurora about a party that night. However, it wasn't just any party, it was Maleficent's party, Aurora's sworn enemy. "It would be the perfect time to celebrate your birthday. Nobody will even notice we were there," Philip exclaimed. "It doesn't even matter. My aunts would never let me go," Aurora sighed. "Leave once they fall asleep," Philip stated. Aurora said nothing as she stared at her drink. "Just think about it." Afterwards, Aurora sat outside, ate birthday cake, and thought about the party. Her aunts would never approve, but Aurora had never been at a high school party, and she wanted to have fun with them. After carefully making sure her aunts were asleep, Aurora drove to the party. She could feel everyone's eyes on them as they walked to the door and were greeted by an angry Maleficent who refused them entry into the house. "We just want to have fun. We're not here for drama," Philip said. "Did you think I would let you into my party? Leave," Maleficent sneered. "Philip, let's go." "No, you deserve to have fun," Philip exclaimed. "You should have listened to your girlfriend," Maleficent said as she smeared cake into Aurora's face. "Happy birthday." Aurora ran to the car crying, wiping cake from her eyes. With Philip in the car, Aurora immediately drove off. However, with a mixture of cake and tears blocking her vision, Aurora started swerving, and Philip tried to get Aurora to pull over, but it was too late as the car smashed into a tree.
The police arrived and asked Aurora what happened. She was so startled she could hardly speak. Aurora's aunts arrived after being called. It was recommended that Aurora be taken to the hospital. The fear from the crash and shame of lying and putting Philip in danger was too much, and as they drove, Aurora could feel her body tensing up. When they arrived at the hospital, Aurora could not move. "I can't feel my legs," Aurora panicked. "I'll get someone," exclaimed Merryweather. Her aunt rushed back with the doctor, and Aurora was taken to the emergency room. The doctor completed her initial assessment, and there were no serious surface injuries, but their neurologist would do some scans to assess the paralysis. They waited for the diagnosis and were greeted by the doctor again. "The crash was not likely strong enough to cause lasting damage. We can find no medical or biological explanation for Aurora's deficit in motor functioning," the doctor stated. "I suspect the cause is psychological, that Aurora is suffering from conversion disorder. The stress of this trauma may be causing neurological symptoms with physical consequence." "What can we do?" cried Flora. "With openness to therapy and medication, she should be able to regain her ability to walk. The hospital will put you in contact with a therapist, and we will get Aurora on the path to treatment and recovery."
It had been 3 months since Aurora's first therapy session at the clinic. Aurora had another appointment today, like every Monday since the accident, when something strange happened. As Philip and Aurora were talking, he thought he saw Aurora wiggle her toes. Philip was so shocked that all he could ask was, "Can you do it again?" After a minute, her toes started wiggling. Aurora began crying tears of joy as Philip ran out of her room to grab her aunts. "What does this mean?" Merryweather asked when she saw with her own eyes. "This means that we need to call the doctor as soon as possible," Flora replied happily. 9 months later, Aurora was at home getting ready for her prom. "Aurora, you're going to be late if you don't hurry. Poor Philip has been waiting for you for a half-hour already," Fauna yelled from the kitchen. "Okay, I'm coming," she yelled back. As she was walking down the hallway, she could not quite believe it had been a year since her accident. When Aurora finally emerged, Philip was taken aback. Aurora was wearing an ombre dress that went from pink to blue to green. In short, she looked absolutely beautiful. When they finally got to prom, Aurora took a in. She could not believe that she was able to experience this, since it wasn't too long ago she wasn't able to walk at all. As she and Philip entered the dance, however, she knew that she would be able to handle anything that life threw at her, and they all lived happily ever after. The end.